plenty good room in my Father's kingdom. Plenty good room. Choose your seat and sit down. Oh, plenty good room, plenty good room in my Father's kingdom. Plenty good room. Choose your seat and sit down. Happy Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to Take 5 with GPS on this second day of spring. Delighted to be with you all here. As I look outside the window here in our living room, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. Sun shining. It really does feel like spring is here and we are moving into that next season. And what a beautiful reminder of the constancy of life to be able to embrace this changing seasons together during this time. Delighted to be with you on a Sunday. As always, on these Sunday mornings, I like to bring you reminders of songs or introduce you to songs from the tradition that I grew up with in church and also the Negro spiritual tradition. And so the song that I led in with, Plenty Good Room, will come up in a moment. And it's a great song to pair with our featured person here, the last person that I'll feature in my series of Black Excellence, particularly in the month of March. We've been highlighting Black women throughout time and history that have made a difference and have contributed to the legacy of the wonderful society that we are building up together. And today's featured person is one whose name you will recognize. Maybe you don't know her story. Perhaps you don't know her original name, Isabella Balmafree Bell, but we know her as Sojourner Truth. And she said, "And the Lord gave me the name Truth because I was to declare the truth to the people." And that's exactly what she did. So let's check out how your bodies are feeling on this Sunday morning. Wiggle your toes a little bit there. Just move the body from side to side, front to back. Coax it there. Coerce your body into motion and movement and breathe, friends. Generous, life-giving, transformative breath on this Sunday morning. Just in and out. And get ready to embrace the day, because I hope no matter where you are, as you raise your hands up for an inhale, you're going to get sighed and soak up some vitamin D. Soak up some of all of creation. In and up. Exhaling it out. This is one of my favorite times of the year because the birds start singing new songs. The animals start running with a little more pep in their step. There's much more to see and observe in nature, whether it's through the window or outside in it. So I hope you all take time to do that and to ground yourself throughout the day. Rolling the shoulders back a few times and forwards a few times here. Great. Just take one ear to the shoulder and let's go the other way. Ear to shoulder. Inhale, exhale. Let's see what our voices are doing today, friends. We'll just start nice and easy with a little bit of a hum. You can chew while you hum. 1, 2, 3. Just loosen up the folds. What if you change that to a buzz, lip trill? This exercise from yesterday. Oh, what a lovely day. Would you join me? Oh, what a lovely day. 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 Last one. Oh, what a lovely day. Here comes the sun, and here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Back down. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. One more. Here comes the sun. Yes, indeed. The sun is out. Well, you may have to sing that as we do our recapping of songs here. A little Beatles, right? Well, for today, Sojourner Truth, as you can see, lived near the turn of the 18th into the 19th century there. Originally born, as Isabella Baumfree, as I said. She experienced all the pains and violence that enslaved Africans were met with in being brought to this country, unknowingly knowing what was going to happen to them. As you can see, she was an abolitionist, an evangelist, and a very well-known women's right advocate as well here. She was under I always struggle with the words to say here. She had 4 masters that took advantage of her personhood as she was enslaved. And she did escape, finally, with her infant daughter, Sophia, living with an abolitionist family. And that family brought her freedom for some sum of $20. And they also helped her to sue to get her 5-year-old son, Peter, who was illegally sold into slavery into Alabama. So in many ways, that in of itself is a story that she was able to get her biological family back together, which was not the case. As the records go, she was the first black woman to sue a white man in the United States and to win that. 1 year after slavery was outlawed in New York, she moved to New York City and worked for a minister and a family, and that was where she joined the Methodist Perfectionists, as they were known at that time. And she had a spiritual awakening and converted to Christianity. And that's where she heard that call from the Spirit to speak truth, that quote that I shared with you earlier. And she changed her name to Sojourner Truth. And she began to speak out powerfully against slavery and in favor of women's rights. She stood almost 6 feet tall. Think about that at that time period, standing 6 feet tall. She was a commanding presence, as I understand it, and she was able to stir audiences with her radical sermons there. She had a very powerful and compelling voice. And during the Civil War, she petitioned for the acceptance of black soldiers in the Union Army, and she was able to meet with Abraham Lincoln at the White House. Throughout her life, she crusaded for human rights, for the reform of prison systems, for land resettlement for freed blacks, and for the Exodus movement as well. We've heard her name, but perhaps we didn't know how much Sojourner Truth did to really advance the cause of human dignity for black and brown people here on this soil that we call America, our land that we love so much. And as I sang coming in, this is a beautiful Negro spiritual, plenty good room. I'm going to use a version by Edward Boltner here, and it's one that really expresses the imagination that the enslaved Africans had of seeing the other side, you know, the heavenly home, and that there was room for them at the table, but also the fact that there was anticipation of something life-giving and something better than they found in their current situation. So if you don't know this one, it's a joyful tune, and it'll be really easy for you to jump in on this refrain that repeats. There's that wheel turning and the accompaniment here. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room in my Father's kingdom. Plenty good room, plenty good room. Choose your seat and sit down. Plenty good room, plenty good room in my Father's kingdom. Plenty good room, plenty good room. sit down. I would not be a sinner. I'll tell you the reason why. 'Cause if my Lord should call on me, I wouldn't be ready to die. Oh, plenty good room, plenty good room in my Father's kingdom. Plenty good room, just choose your seat and sit down. I would not be a backslider. I'll tell you the reason why. 'Cause if my Lord should call on me, I wouldn't be ready to die. Oh, plenty good room in my Father's kingdom. Plenty good room. Choose your seat and sit down. There is good room for all of us around this table, the table of love and compassion and goodness and kindness as well. Friends, have a lovely Sunday. As I said, get out and enjoy the beautiful weather. Be in nature, and let's be in community with each other. And we'll start singing again tomorrow morning. I'll start bringing back some favorites, singing a couple of songs each day as we continue this community building together. Be well and see you soon. Bye now. Plenty good room in my Father's kingdom. Plenty good room. Just choose your seat and sit down.